All right. Welcome back, my regular viewers, listeners, and watchers. And of course, if you happen to be here for the very first time, welcome. Before I go any further, my name is Rahul George, India's premier eye hypnosis coach and your personal guide. So, today's topic is a little different from what we normally talk about. A lot of times we're talking about mindfulness. A lot of the conversation is about being present, um, and the general theme is very sort of laid back, very relaxed, um, very thoughtful. But for today's theme, what seemed to kind of come to me in as I was getting ready to make this pod is the power of not slowing down. So for those of you who know me from before, or maybe if you've been listening to some of the content, or maybe this is your first time, this might be a bit of a surprise, um, considering that I talk a lot about hypnosis and neuro linguistic programming, and of course our own proprietary eye hypnosis approach to things, approach to life. And so, being present, being more contained, self-contained is something that I do talk a lot about. But something that struck me today, is the power of not slowing down. And of course, when I say the power of not slowing down, there's a caveat here, obviously. Um, the intention or the idea is not to sort of go berserk and just sort of like rush through projects and programs. Obviously not. But um, something that struck me a while back, and it sort of came full circle today, was that there's something very different that happens in let's say in your own energy or managing your own energy when I have noticed that if I am uh, sort of like disconnected from everything for too long, it usually tends to take me a lot more time to kind of, as I say, to fire up the uh, fire up the fireplace, right? It's almost like saying, if you have that internal fire and you're somebody that burns very, very bright and very, very strong, when you turn off all the flames and you're not feeding the fire, then sometimes, and again, this is, everybody's different, but something that I have noticed that for me, it takes a lot longer to kind of restart the flow and to restart the you know getting in the truest sense, like getting things done. So something I've noticed of late is that on the days when I don't um, give into or succumb to, or just kind of tap into that old habit of just completely tuning out, and instead I'm keeping myself relatively active. uh, that phase of life is a lot easier, is a lot more joyful, versus completely like tuning out. Then the tuning back in does require some amount of energy and effort. So as I was saying at the beginning, the power of not slowing down is truly this, which is uh, maybe find something to disconnect from for a very little while, and then making the time to do something in that day is a great way, is an antidote to feeling so totally bummed out, so totally tired. It's like someone once said, you need a holiday to recover from a holiday. uh, that's, of course, one end of the spectrum where you do so much in the holiday that you get so tired that you're like, I need a holiday to recover from the previous holiday. The other side, of course, is that when you do completely nothing, then to kind of fire up the juices sometimes, like a mixed metaphor, sometimes can, it can require a lot more work. So, as you know, these daily pods are a way of me reflecting on life, reflecting on my own life and the things that I'm doing or not doing on a daily basis. And sometimes I, you know, take this opportunity to share my reflections. And of course, this is just a reminder to you as well, especially as a healer coach, if you're on this journey now, where sometimes you may lose your way, or sometimes it may feel like uh, you're sort of like uh, questioning yourself, right? You're wondering, okay, what is the meaning of life? Or, why am I doing what I'm doing? This is just another reminder to you that, you're exactly where you're meant to be. And uh, any kind of problem or anything that you might be dealing with, just remember that it's all part of your process. It's all part of your healing. It's all part of your growth. And I say this from personal experience that this is something that I've noticed, whether it was this last week of cuts and bruises and whatnot, and the lessons that I've learned from it, or even through life, all these various experiences that I've had. It's just a reminder that you have this opportunity to be able to truly grow as a person. And as you grow, you're able to help others along the way as well. So, having said all of that, of course, remember, as always, if there's any way in which I can help you, please do reach out and let me know. And having said this, of course, remember to live your purpose. One final thing, of course, we do have a community. It's called the iHypnosis community. So if you're somebody that's looking to be part of community, come join us. We meet twice a week on Mondays and Fridays at 6 p.m. Indian Standard Time. So come join us. And this is a live session. So this is an opportunity for you to not only meet members of our community, but you can also interact with me live. If you like the approach that I have to both hypnosis and NLP, but more importantly to just philosophy of life and really being of service to others, especially if you're somebody who's on this journey and wanting to be a coach, wanting to be a healer, or as I like to call it, a healer coach, then you probably are in the right space. And of course, as always, don't take my word for it. Come test it out. If this appeals to you, if this connects with you, then you're welcome to keep coming back for more. One last thing, we are, of course, doing our first ever live event. Uh, Hopefully, it might even turn into a annual event, but definitely for now, this is our first ever, and we do have people coming in from different parts of the country. So we meet on the 30th of November in Bangalore. So reach out if this is something that maybe you missed the memo, so to speak. Reach out and I'd gladly share the details with you. Look forward to seeing you there. And of course, having said all of that, remember to live your purpose. God bless. And of course, I will see you in the next one.